Hi guys, it's Crazy Mimi here, and tonight, I'm sorry, and Cabbage Head.
No.
Tonight we'll call him Meatball Head.
That's what I was gonna say.
Tonight
Oh my
we'll
God.
call him Meatball Head.
Great minds think alike.
Okay, tonight guys, we're gonna make baked ziti. I had someone ask for that. And it's kind of a fast dish, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it. All right, so first we have the ricotta, and I use this here. It's 2 pounds. Yeah, net weight 32 ounces. Okay, I use 1 whole thing of that. I use 2 pounds of baked ziti.
No, that's just ziti.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 pounds of ziti, guys. Okay? And I don't know if I know I will use the whole thing of ricotta and the whole 2 pounds of the pasta. And the mozzarella, this is a 2-pound bag. Okay? Now, the ricotta is $4.79 for the 32 ounces. $8.99 for the mozzarella. Then I'm gonna cheat and use a foil pan so we can throw it out. And that's $2.99. It's a 1.5 quart. No, that's bigger than that. That's bigger than this. Oh, I'm the piano. There's no side. Okay. The sauce, guys, I've had sauce made. I'm gonna put a video on here from before of how I make my sauce, but there's like 1.5 quart in the saucepan of sauce that I had left. So, and the pasta was $1.99 a box, and I do like Barilla.
Can I say something?
Thought you weren't gonna talk too much. Now what?
Wow. I just wanted to say that this was at Publix, okay?
Okay, you probably get it a lot cheaper at Walmart.
Thank you.
And then I do use pastine. I like pastine. He says it doesn't agree with him all that well. That's why I use it now. Wow. So, if you wanted to, if you're not one to make sauces, you could use jar sauce. Just make sure you have 1.5 quart to 2 quarts, okay? Because even though like I'm doing 1.5 quart, it's always nice to have extra sauce. In this house, they like to bury their pasta with sauce once you take it. Well, he doesn't. Ronnie likes to bury it with sauce. So, this here, a lot of people make it, but a lot of people don't really know how to make it. So that's why we're doing this video. And like I said, somebody had asked about doing the baked ziti. And this is something my parents used to make. Hubby's going to be over there kind of cooking the pasta. Because then once you put it all together, you got to cover it with foil and pop it in the oven for a good half hour. So when you cook your pasta, you want to keep it a little hard. Like I use the word al dente, which is hard. So you got to make sure it's a little bit hard because it's going to cook in the oven at 350 for about a half hour, maybe a little bit more. As long as the mozzarella's got to melt in there and the ricotta's got to get warm. So half hour, 45 minutes. Now, this is something my parents used to make. My parents were like real Italian. And this was something they would make on a Sunday. But along with that, they would make meatballs, braciole. They would always make some kind of a roast too. They would make pepper sausage and mushrooms, eggplant. My parents used to cook up a storm on a Sunday because we always got company. And, my mother and father were both the type, gotta feed them, manja, manja. And so they always made a ton of food. And so that's why, although 2 pounds here, they'll eat it tonight. They'll both have 2 or 3 helpings. I have little
But you won't touch it.
I have about that much, guys. Literally that much. They'll have 2 or 3 helpings. And then there's enough they can eat tomorrow night. Maybe I'll make a salad with it. And they can have it tomorrow night. If they don't, I'll punch their faces.
Wow.
So, I enjoy these recipes because, like I says, they were my parents. And sometimes when I make these things, I feel close to them again. I think about the times when they used to make it or make different things. Like my mother and father used to love veal scallopine. And they would be so happy when they would cook it. And just like, I don't know, it just brings back a lot of great memories. So, can I have my drink, please?
Yes, ma'am, you may.
Thank you very much.
Can I ask you some questions?
Soda break.
Can I ask you some questions? So, 2 pounds of pasta.
Yep.
Okay. With the cheese, which actually fills you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How big a family do you think? Not counting, don't count us because we're pigs.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you're making a salad, this can go a long way. When I have some sort of a little party, I will maybe make 3 pounds. Of course, I make other stuff, like chicken parm and meatballs and egg. I don't do anything small, guys.
So it's a good event dish.
But it's a good event, yeah. If you're going to someone's house, like for the holidays, depending on, I would say probably even 8 people, because most of the times they're going to have pasta, but they're also going to have some sort of a main dish with it. So you can get away with this. And, if not, it does cost about $25 buying it in the market at Publix.
Everything we just bought.
Yeah. Going to
Including the pan.
Walmart, it's going to be a lot cheaper. So, if you're feeding a family of 4, you're going to at least get 2 nights out of it. You know what I mean? You don't have to have it the very next night. You can skip a night and have it then and make a nice salad with it. And, which is, I got to do, the lettuce is still in there, right? Everything's in there. I got to make a nice salad. So, with that said, if Meatball Head over here would get that pasta going, I can show you how we do. Oh, another thing, let me tell you. The ricotta. I like it whole like this. My mom used to put 1 egg to a pound and mix it up so it was a little bit looser. It wasn't so hard to mix in, and I don't know, that's just how she used to do it. And sometimes she'd put a little parsley in it too, just for flavor. Me, I like it whole like this. I'm a big cheese person, love cheese. So that's how I do mine. But now, what do you want?
So, what other pastas besides ziti would be good for this? I know there's different types of zitis. They're cut differently. There's longer ones.
Those are the little zitis, right? Or the bigger ones?
The little.
They have the ones with the lines in. They're nice because they grow more. And so 2 pounds is going to look more like 3 pounds. They're going to be that much bigger. And, like, I wouldn't, if those were the line zitis, I wouldn't use this pan. No. You're not going to get 2 pounds of the big zitis in here. I personally like the little ones. I have a problem with pasta, so the little ones are okay for me.
What about rigatoni? Too big?
Too big. Too big. You're going to lose the taste of the... I mean, if they want, they can. But me personally, I don't see big ziti. That's why it's called big ziti.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right.
See, she's being mean to me. So basically, I'm going to post the recipe in the description, okay? But if it's just, say, you and me, and they want to cook a pound, they just cut the recipe in half.
Oh,
basically.
yeah, then you would buy a small one of these. You could probably get away with 1 can of tomato sauce. Because don't forget, when I do my sauce, I never use 1 can. Never, ever, ever. But I like to make sauce and be able to freeze some. But you could use 1 can of sauce, and you're probably going to add a good a can of water to that because it's so thick. And you could get away with a small packet of this. You probably could even with the 2 pounds, but in this house we're cheeseaholics, so that's why, yeah, we're cheeseaholics. But if you was cooking 1 pound, you could get the small bag. It's maybe about that much, if that. It's half of this. And like I said, 1 can of tomatoes, 1 pound ricotta, unless of course you like cheese. Then you could use the 2 pound. But I still would only use 1 pound of mozzarella. And I guess that would be that. So now, hubby is taking forever. I got my sauce on the stove. The water's boiling. And,
Okay, so the sauce is starting to heat up.
Okay.
I'm going to move the camera in a minute.
Yep, he's going to move the camera to the stove.
Oh, tell them about the...
Don't do that. Did you know, guys, when you have sauce, soup, when you're cooking something, okay, he has the tendency of getting the spoon and giving it this to get whatever extra on it. You don't do that, especially with sauce, because it will burn on the bottom. Don't ever bang your spoon on the pan. That's a big no-no, guys. Okay, so now do you want to pause this for a couple of minutes?
You stay after class if you do that.
Now you get booted out of class.
So
I think we'll pause for a couple of minutes, guys, only because the pasta's going to take a few minutes. Don't forget, make it a little on the hard side because it's going in the oven for a half hour to 45 minutes.
Oh, I think we should video you testing it so they know roughly how.
How are they going to know when I bite into it? I can say, oh, yeah, it's hot.
Do you like that?
See, and then he wonders why I always want to hurt him, guys.
So basically, I'm gonna turn this camera to the stove for a minute.
You know, this is A&W root beer, but being around him, I best learn how to drink alcohol.
That's tough, people. Okay. So basically, you got your big pasta pan with the water starting to boil. All right. And then we've got the sauce warming and the oven's on. Now, use a big enough pan if you're using 2 pounds of pasta. And also use salt and circle the pan twice and then let it boil. Put the pasta in and just keep stirring them. This is what I know how to do best. Okay? Take my word on that. Okay, so we shall return. I'm going to pause. Like that. Yep, we're paused.
Hi guys, we're back.
Tell them we had a little mishap with the pause button.
We had a little mishap with the pause button. Because we just got a new phone on Android, actually, to try to use for like video and when we're out. So hubby wanted to try it tonight. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of sauce on the bottom of the pan. Okay, so the pasta doesn't stick. Now hubby dubby do meatball head is straining. He's straining the pasta. Would you like me to put that pan over there?
What's that?
Want this pan over there?
Probably best.
Here you go.
Unless you want water, hot water all over you. Although it might serve you right with that little bit of nacho making. Look at that. I bought the perfect pan. Ouch, it's hot.
I told you yes. He wanted to get a big giant pan, guys.
Would you like me to do this pot? That's a no?
That's a no.
Well, I'm learning anyway, people. I'm in the background learning. So what do we call that? Putting the sauce on the pasta?
You guys see what I gotta go through, do you? Alright, so now before I add any more sauce, we're gonna put some ricotta. Yeah.
Ricotta.
Well,
Ricotta?
you say
Ricotta.
it your way, I'll say it my way. For
Potato?
us, it's ricotta.
Potato? Potato?
Ricotta. Ricotta. Yummy yum.
So that one wasn't full, but I have another one over there if you
Yeah,
need
it was
more.
just like a tablespoon taken out of it. You see, you made me spill it on myself. Oh, I have to eat it.
Boy, she's good at excuses, isn't she?
I mean, I can understand why my mom used to get it and mix it with each pound an egg.
Would you like me to mix while you're doing that?
And I can understand that because it is a little bit easier to spread it. Go ahead, you want to do something. God forbid, he'll cry like a baby. You're not mixing it well. It's got to be mixed in there good, honey bunny.
I'm doing it. I might just drop some pasta and then, oh well, I've got to eat it.
Keep going. Mixy, mixy, mixy.
Cheesy weezy.
Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. Well, hubby got mad at me because he says, you always say, yay.
What?
Because I said how we love cheese and add more sauce. And he says, that's Ronnie. You always forget about me.
Otherwise known as King Tut.
Guys, you all know. First of all, your kids are your babies the rest of their life.
On the sleeve.
And when you only have one, I lost 8 kids. I had 8 miscarriages. So, you know, you kind of baby them even more, guys, even more. All right. Now, give me that other one. I'd like a little bit more ricotta.
Wow. Wow. Keep eating. I see you. This
There's
woman.
something in my mouth. Just Just a little bit more, guys. I'll say,
Hopefully.
in case they want to add a little bit to their food tonight.
Hey, there's that day again.
Why, you don't add extra sometimes?
No.
Oh, I do. I like it. So it's funny. On like this here, I like to add a little bit extra, but not like if I'm having pasta, he'll say, you want some ricotta on the side?
Would you like to add more sauce?
In a minute. You know, and I'll say no. Oh, that's
Punishment.
add a little bit of sauce.
You sure you want me to do that?
Come on. These people don't have all day to listen to you. Put some in the middle there. Come on. You can do it. Come on, meatball head. Now, give me that back. All right.
Confetti.
Yeah. If I don't use it all, I'll make chicken parm with that. I would love to make veal parm, but these two weenies don't eat it.
What?
I love veal parm, guys.
So we call this baked ziti, and in parentheses it says clogged arteries.
All right. You want to stir that up a little bit
I suppose.
without getting it all over the place?
Notice.
Oh, look it, guys. It went all down my
You did
shirt.
that.
He did that, rushing me.
Notice the spinning in the wrist. It's all in the wrist.
Yeah.
Never mind anything she teaches you.
It's all in your face. Let me see how that's going. You know, I think we're going to need some more.
They call this abusive food.
I love to torture him, guys, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, I think we're going to put a little bit
Yes, for
more.
all the new subscribers,
Yeah, don't think it's actual abuse.
we love each other.
Yes, we do. I just like to torture him.
And I like to take it. But I give her some.
Oh, he can
Not on
give it
camera.
back.
I can give it.
He can give it back, guys. Take my word for it. Okay, that should do.
Man, that's a lot of cheese. You just hit me with a piece of cheese.
Mmm. Yum, guys.
Oh, God, I've got to eat after you put cheese with your bare hands.
Yep.
We're not a restaurant, so we don't need to wear
I
gloves.
don't need to wear gloves in my house.
Oh, if it was chicken, I want.
Oh, yeah. Certain things.
Okay, so we're kind of all mixed up.
If I was having company, maybe I'd wear gloves.
Just brush it all on the floor. Just the kitchen clean will get it after. Look at. Hang on, I gotta get this cheese off this. So are you gonna pause?
Yeah, we'll pause this until it's done, guys.
I mean, you really don't need to,
Why?
because that's how it's gonna look when it's cooked, right?
Yes and no.
Up to you.
Stir that up a little bit. You know what Ronnie's gonna say. Do you have any extra sauce? And I'm gonna say, no, I don't. See, I pick on Ronnie too.
So how do you know how long? Like, you gotta keep testing it?
You just feel with a fork or a knife if it comes out nice and hot, okay? Because the pasta, like I said, is a little bit on the hard side. So save that tiny bit of sauce for him so we don't have to hear him whine. Oops.
And 350 on the oven.
350, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And that's it, guys. That will be it. Now, doesn't that look delicious? Take this, please.
Ask her who's going to clean up.
Yeah.
Slave boy.
Slave boy's gonna cook. Clean it up.
Can I taste the food?
Nope.
I want to kiss. I want to taste the food.
He ain't getting any.
Oh, wow.
Let's go this way. We can do it that way. Go this way. Don't forget, guys, put foil, right?
By the way, this pan, I need a cover.
Alright, now don't forget to make holes in the pan side, in this thing on the foil. Yeah, don't forget to make holes.
So we can read.
Yeah. Now I will be honest. I do make lasagna and freeze it, but it's not cooked. I have never done baked ziti and froze it like this here and then taken it out. I've never done that. So I don't want to tell you, oh yeah, you can freeze it, because I don't know. And I don't want to tell you something that I don't know. So this isn't always eat it that night dinner. Or if I'm having a party or something, we're eating it the same day. So there we go. We got a whole big bunch of holes for the steam to come out. And that's it. Now it's going in the oven.
Can you tell me how I'm not even naked when I got sauce all over my shirt?
Okay, put it in the oven.
Alright, we're going to pause.
We're going to pause.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
Hi guys. Okay, so this was in the oven for 45 minutes. And we're going to undo this foil. Another girlfriend calling.
We did a crazy Mimi Up video while we were waiting for this.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right, guys. So can you see how delicious this looks? I mean, I don't like any extra. Oh, this is way too much for me. But there we go. I'll do hubby's. He wants the whole pan.
Be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that are subscribing here and don't know, Mimi has her other channel, Crazy Mimi Up. And we just did a video over there from Dee Dee's and Ipsy. It's a hauling channel.
There we go, guys. Doesn't that look delicious? I mean, if you want, you can add extra sauce. But hubby and I don't like it. Son likes extra sauce. Us, no. So
who's hungry?
There you go, guys. I hope you like it. Don't forget to give it a try. Bye.